Welcome to the Walton Pie. Today we're going to be talking about hyperbolic functions. These are not something that comes up very frequently, but it is something that if they ever come up, it's very confusing if you haven't seen it before. So I'm going to briefly explain what they are, just so that you can use them if you're ever asked to. So the hyperbolic functions are cosinh, sinh, and hyperbolic tangent. I guess technically they're hyperbolic cosine, hyperbolic sine, hyperbolic tangent. But oftentimes we refer to them as sinh and cosinh. So cosinh, which is the very first one we see here, C-O-S-H, the H stands for hyperbolic, so it's cosine of the hyperbolic type. That is e to the x plus e to the negative x all over 2. That's just how it's defined. It comes up frequently enough that it has its own function. That's basically what it is. Hyperbolic sine is sinh, it's the second one, so S-I-N-H. That is e to the x minus e to the negative x all over 2. So sinh and cosinh are very similar. The way that you can remember them is they both behave the same as cosine and sine at 0. So cosine of 0, that is 1, which tells us that cosinh of 0 should also be 1. So e to the 0 plus e to the negative 0, that's 2. All over 2, that gives us a 1. So that tells us that cosinh is the one with addition in between. Sinh should have the same value at 0 as sine of 0. So sine of 0 is 0. Sinh of 0 must also be 0. So we get e to the 0 minus e to the negative 0 all over 2. That is indeed actually 0. And so then hyperbolic tangent, hyperbolic secant, hyperbolic cosecant, all of those are just going to be defined in terms of sinh and cosinh. So hyperbolic tangent would be sinh over cosinh, so e to the x minus e to the negative x all over e to the x plus e to the negative x. So that's what hyperbolic functions are. Some places that they show up, for example, the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri. This is one example of a catenary, or a type of a hyperbolic cosine or sine. And so it gives us this very nice arch. It's not a parabola, it's actually one of these hyperbolic functions. Another example are any sort of hanging ropes or hanging chains. So like power lines, for example, are another example of hyperbolic function. I hope this was a good overview of hyperbolic functions for you. If they come up, just know that you can be able to substitute them for e to the x, e to the minus x all over 2, depending on if it's a cosinh or a sinh. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Please like and subscribe, and please check out some of my other videos. Good luck!